Hi, did you have a good day?
It just
Fucking
asks you
guy.
that question because, it tries to make the game not toxic as fuck.
No.
Then it asks you, like, you can get mental help here and stuff like that. Yeah.
Is that if you say no like 10 times in a row?
Yeah, I think
It just
so. Yeah.
gives you the suicide
It gives you the
hotline?
suicide hotline number. Yeah, exactly. All right. Snorlax versus Miss
I'm
Magus.
also going to have to urinate all over your bathroom.
That's fine. Don't urinate. Urinate in the toilet in my bathroom, please, if you're going to urinate in my bathroom.
You know, whatever.
Yeah. Miss Magus is an interesting mon. Mischievous is also an interesting mon, too.
Yeah, those are two that I've always wanted to be really good, but
Mischievous I have a weird relationship with, and I think Mischievous is one of the reasons why I don't like Gen 2 as much anymore. Because, like, here's the thing. You have a Ghost-type gym leader, and you just gave it the Gengar line for
I
starters.
know.
Yeah,
What the
that's
fuck?
an interesting choice. And you can't even get Mischievous until Mount Silver.
yeah.
time the game is
And
over.
it's like not.
And there's a
super
lot
great.
of Johto mons that are like that, where it's like you can't get Houndour, you can't get Sneasel, you can't get Murkrow. It's like you got all these new types, but you can't fucking use any of them.
Yeah, they really fucked that kind of stuff up. There was somebody that did a, like a fan version of Soul Silver. No, I don't think it was Soul Silver. It was Crystal, I think.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a good Crystal fan version where they upped the levels of a bunch of the stuff in Kanto and then made it so you can get like the various dark types early in the game.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of interesting choices that they made with Gen 2 that's just like Gen 5 is better.
Oh, yeah.
I've always thought very highly of Gen 5, but I've always held the
Shell
opinion for a
Smash.
while Gen 2 was better, but now I'm fully on board with Gen 5
Wow,
being the best
Snorlax
gen.
is fucking.
Snorlax is got some stuff going on here because it used Forest Curse on Miss Magus to make it a grass type in addition to its other types. So in
Scratch,
addition to
immune, take
yeah.
that stab, bitch.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, no stab for you. Flame Wheel, it's
Yeah,
gonna
but
deal
the same
some
thing
damage.
with Magus.
Burn, that's huge. Struggle
yeah, burn,
Bug.
but has so many fucking boosts already.
Well, it's also got a lot of negatives too because Shell Smash lowers defenses. So it's not completely over. Weather Ball with no weather, interesting choice. Substitute, I don't know if you can afford to substitute here, Snorlax. I think you're on borrowed time here.
We'll see. That burn.
That burn's going to be huge. Seismic Toss, not enough to break the sub. Okay,
But
disable.
does it
Up,
matter?
it's over.
Ooh.
It's over.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
over.
over for Snorlax.
Struggle Land.
Yeah, so that's over for Snorlax then, right?
No, for Miss Magus, the one that disabled.
Yeah, but Miss Magius is just going to hit him with Struggle and kill him, right?
I don't know. We're going to see
Struggle
here.
failed? Wait, what? Oh, the substitute,
It broke the
right.
substitute, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
enough to kill Snorlax.
That's kind of how I figured it might go. Damn,
Yeah.
just barely.
Just barely.
Barely.
I was going to say, I thought the substitute could survive one more struggle, but I
Yeah,
guess
I
not.
thought Snorlax might end up doing okay, but no such luck with that one.
Sometimes it'd be that way. I mean, Lando lost pretty early for me, and I thought Lando could do stuff.
That's right.
Como O versus Marowak.
I'll be Marowak.
Okay, I will do Como O.
Marowak was one I started to like in Gen 4, and it's not a good Pokemon.
It's only good when it has Thick Club on it, but obviously in this format it has Quick Claw.
True.
So it's like, yeah. So like, there was a time when Marowak was a good mon, and that was a long time ago.
Could
yeah,
it use a
water
club with Tyranitar and then be on a Sand Team?
Huh?
Sand Team, Tyranitar?
Or does it get any sand abilities that would be helpful for it?
Yeah, but it's immune to the damage, right?
Well, it's immune from the damage, but like, it's like its abilities are Rock Head, its abilities are Lightning Rod and Battle Armor,
Yeah.
none of which are particularly helpful in a singles context. And it's just too slow.
I definitely used to run that there Blossom with Ninetales on a Sun Team. That was silly.
Uh-huh.
It was silly because it would know Swords Dance and Sleep Powder and Solar Beam and Drain Punch.
Swords Dance and Solar Beam. What an interesting combo.
It may have been Leaf Blade instead of Solar Beam.
I would
Take
hope
advantage
it's
of
Leaf
Swords
Blade. Yeah. Flower Trick, yeah, it's over. Yeah.
Dance. Ooh,
That's over.
obliterated.
Flower Trick is a guaranteed critical hit move.
Obliterated.
Yep. I mean, that one just tracks.
Bye, Marowak.
Yep.
All right, so we're almost done with the first round.
We are almost done with the first round. Cresselia versus Chansey.
What about regular Ninetales?
Oh, I'm sorry. Luxray versus Ninetales. I forgot that matchup there. Yeah. I tend to forget about Luxray as a Pokemon a lot.
Yeah, that's because
it's not that great.
Luxray, I'll be Luxray.
Okay.
Luxray is another one of those mons that I want to be good and is just not.
It just is not good. It just is not good.
I mean, even Ninetales, I don't really think there's much you can do with it, is there?
Well, it's a Sunsetter.
It is, yeah.
So
it's one of
it's not the better Sunsetter. You use
it's
Torkoal for the better Sunsetter, but Ninetales can do stuff. Yeah. And then Luxray does
intimidate.
Yeah.
It's okay. Ninetales is a special attacker.
That's true too. Shadow Claw though, that's not a special attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're working
Ice
on it.
Hammer, that's a thing.
Okay.
Lower speed a lot though. So yeah.
Lowers Luxray's speed.
Yeah. See, I just don't like. I just feel like Luxray doesn't have a. There's no
Psychic
good. There's no good physical electric moves. I think it's the biggest problem.
What do you got? Thunderfang? Is that it?
Thunderfang, Wild Charge, but it does recoil.
Yeah.
There's a new move, Supercell Slam, which is basically like high jump kick.
I mean, if they let Volt Tackle be not just Pikachu.
Yeah, then Volt Tackle would be better. Volt Tackle is better than Wild Charge, although it did get stabbed there. It did get that stab. Facade, not a great thing there.
Ninetales.
Luxray may upset here, though.
They're still pretty even. Oh.
X Scissor, that's not it. So then let's see what happens here. Burn Up. Yep, that'll do it.
Burn Up. Gone. There it was.
Yep.
Some stab.
Burn Up makes it so you're no longer a fire type.
Oh.
It's an interesting move.
It consumes your typing?
It consumes any berries you have on you, and then you become typeless. So if you swap Wonder Guard on a Burn Up mon, it can never die. Cresselia versus Chansey is our next match.
I'll be Cresselia.
I'll do Chansey then. Chansey has a chance to go a long way. Eviolite is huge bulk for it.
That's what I was thinking. Although I thought Blissey itself would just be kind of bulky and get to move along, but it got...
It sure did. It sure did. All right, and
Cresselia's, yeah.
Cresselia is fine. Cresselia is better in doubles than singles, though.
Yeah. Unless Metronome battle, Secret
Guard swap, that's... Huge for Cresselia, I guess. Yeah, get rid of a lot of that defense that Chansey's packing there. Bitter Malice, not going to work.
What does that do?
It's a ghost type. Yeah, it's Hisuian Zoroark signature.
Mm.
Boy, Chansey's doing some setup here.
That's getting scary.
It has no attack, so yeah.
Cresselia's not doing anything to
Safeguard, prevent it from status for the next couple rounds. That's pretty huge.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, another speed swap. Okay, we're just swapping
Solar
stuff
beam.
around. Okay, Sheer Cold.
Whoa, is that an insta-kill?
That's a one-hit KO move right there.
Damn, Chansey, all the bulk in the world ain't saving you from that.
All the bulk in the world doesn't save you from a one-hit. All right, our last matchup for round one, Empoleon versus Wailord, because, of course, you picked the funny mon.
Funny? What's funny about Empoleon? Is it because he has a crown?
That's fair, yeah, exactly. You know, it's a little bit of a Napoleon complex for Empoleon. Are you picking
I picked
one?
Wailord.
That figures, yeah, okay. Wailord is funny. I often will use Wailord and click the funny move.
What's the funny move on Wailord?
Water Spout. Where you deal damage equal to the HP it has, and Wailord has a shit ton of HP. It does have pressure, so Empoleon is on a timer. Empoleon has competitive. It's over.
What?
It's
Energy
over.
Ball? Well, it's not.
Explosion.
Oh, Empoleon said, fuck this, I'm out.
Empoleon said, I don't want to be in this tournament.
Misty.
I'm out.
Wait, what is Misty Explosion?
It's the fairy version of Explosion.
So it can hit ghost Pokemon?
Yep. It's just another explosion clone that can end the game.
God damn!
All right,
Wailord.
We move on to round two now. It is Baxcalibur versus Hisuian Avalugg. There's still a little irritation with the one in the back, but it's not bad. So. Yeah, it's way better than it's been. The last week I was actually able to sleep and shit. So yeah.
Oh right, the meth heads.
Yeah, the meth heads. What about the meth heads?
Yeah, I mean. You know, my suggestion here is to look up the actual news story to anybody listening to this because fuck all if I remember it in total.
Yeah, because Rob's gonna just, yeah.
But the basic story is that some lady had a bunch of boyfriends and it seems like they were all meth heads, like 5 or something, and they were all sycophants. And some dude told her off or something like that. or said something.
Well,
you
you
know.
were convinced that this woman was some sort of sex queen. Or
No, yeah, she definitely is. How else you get 5 boyfriends?
You have meth. That's how you have. Yeah, it's like you trade your body for meth.
So maybe, but she was the queen, right? And these guys are a bunch of sycophants. So when this guy tells her off, she says something like she doesn't like this guy. Well, the 5 boyfriends kidnap this dude, lock him up, and then torture him for a week, only letting him sleep. I think they said something like 7 hours over the course of 10 days.
Okay.
And so
kind
what I
of
was,
what I got
yeah,
for a
where I
while
was
there,
going with
honestly.
this is that was just like you.
Well, there you go. I sent you the match here then for our table versus our dragon.
I'll be the table.
Yep. No, I know you agreed to be the table already.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I feel like the answer to that question is just meth, because I feel like it is a very addictive drug that makes people do things, as evidenced by all of Breaking Bad. Because Breaking Bad is canon, right? To the universe.
Probably. I've seen the first episode and the last episode.
Yep, I know. That's how Rob experiences a lot of shows. Is he watches the first episode and the last episode only, and
What
nothing
even
in between.
is a Baxcalibur?
He's a dragon. He's an ice dragon. You're talking about what kind of dragon he is?
No, what kind of Pokemon?
He's an ice dragon.
Ice Dragon. I don't even know why he's on my team.
You picked him.
I did. I
Yeah.
wonder why.
I don't know.
Well, he's going far for a Pokemon I don't know. My God.
Well, that's it. He was banned to like Ubers within a week of getting scale shot. So he was part of a very broken play style here. Milk drink, okay. Yeah, taunt,
Sure.
it's over.
Sometimes you just drink some milk in the middle of a
He
fight.
taunted the table, it's over.
We'll see. He'll break out of that taunt in a little bit.
He
you
could.
know, so God, or he'll kill himself
Okay,
in 4
strength.
moves.
Okay, that's not the best move
Okay,
against
3
the rock
moves.
type.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
All right,
I'll
struggle.
look. Yeah.
Cat, next one.
Not
yep.
great. Okay, all right.
Okay, nasty plot. Don't know that you needed that, but why not?
Sometimes you just gotta.
Sometimes you just nasty plot up. Okay, struggle. Okay, does he break the taunt? Harden. It's gonna make it harder.
Oh.
Okay, so he does break through
Okay.
he does break through the taunt.
All right.
So now
Now
it's
it's time. Drink
now
some more
it's
milk,
just a
bitch.
matter of do something. Defog. That's not gonna
That's
help.
not the move. That's
Yeah,
not the move.
counteract cleave though. That's not. Yeah, that's not nothing.
Okay.
It's bringing him further down.
Will we see a huge upset?
Okay, crush
No.
claw. That's
No, we
not
will
it. Okay, that's not it either. Thunderclap gotta be slower than it.
Okay,
Yep, okay.
all right.
It is over. Icicle Sphere. That does it.
There it goes. Goodbye, Tablemon.
The top seed moves on as expected. I love
Such
how
shock
I love how you
surprise.
just basically admitted you put together this 64 Pokemon at random and forgot.
Hey, a
and
lot of
didn't-
them are cool. I just don't know what a Baxcalibur is.
That's fine. Yeah, Togekiss versus Houndstone is our next matchup.
Oh boy, I'll be Togekiss.
All right, I'll do Houndstone then. Yeah, I'll do the doggo. Yeah, so I think ultimately just the point of it is that meth is addicting and you shouldn't take meth. Or
Yeah.
do take meth and just,
And
know,
don't
be
sleep.
prepared. And don't sleep, yeah. One
But
or
also
the
don't
other.
get tortured.
Yeah,
You know.
well, it sounded like they just tortured a random
Oh yeah, they
person.
took him to. The big thing about this was they took him to a hotel to do it,
Naturally.
and it was a what kind of hotel was it?
Probably not a fancy one.
No, one of those really like shitty motel type hotels.
Yeah.
Like, not like a maybe was it a Red Roof? No, not a Red Roof.
Red
Maybe it
Ravens
was.
are not motels, but I remember I have very big memories of my first night. So I got a job that was about 65 miles away from home. So I was going to commute there for a little bit till I was sure the job was for me. And I remember spending my first night in a hotel down there, just make sure I start off the first day well. Well, didn't sleep well for a lot of different reasons, but certainly those walls were very thin.
Yeah.
So that was problem number one. Problem number two is my car got a flat tire, and so I had to walk 4 miles to work there, and I was like 3 hours late.
Jesus, yeah, that's definitely unfortunate.
Yeah, so it just happened to be that way. So the good news is I hate that job. I made it there. I lasted 7 years there before I fucking quit it. So yeah, but
True.
in any case, it was just a fucking place that just grinds your soul into dust. It just flinged the Quick Claw at him, and no, it was no Quick Claw.
It said, "Fuck you."
Yeah, I don't need a Quick Claw. Yeah.
Although this whole icicle sphere situation thing. Not
Yeah, I don't
really-
know if that's
what
the
it is,
move. A Perish Song. Okay.
All right, will we see it this time?
I think Togekiss wins with Perish Song. Just because it's faster, naturally.
Oh, let's see.
Tearful
let's
Look,
see.
Flame Wheel. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is the first time Perish Song could hit, potentially. We'll see. Gotta last another 2 turns.
Anything can happen in 2 turns.
As I say, Houndstone's stats are all kind of gone to shit and it's
Whoa!
over. Yep. Fluffy gives you a fire weakness.
Much for that.
Fluffy gives you a fire weakness.
Perish Song continues to not be relevant.
It sure is, yeah. It's certainly not the meta so far, anyway, yeah. All right, next up is Morpeko, which amazingly beat Metagross for no fucking reason versus Sylveon.
I'll be more Pico.
I'll do Sylveon then. Yeah, I can't fucking believe that one made it to round 2.
I can't believe Metagross just was like, I concede to the true victor.
Something like that. Yeah, where the fuck is Sylveon? There it is. All right, well here's Morpeko versus Sylveon then. This shouldn't be a real matchup, right?
For who?
This should be Sylveon sweep.
Yeah, right.
Oh, let's
So
see.
that's the same thing should happen with Metagross.
That is fair. It is surprising that Metagross did not do anything appropriately. Trop Kick, that's okay, that's fine. Lower the attack.
Metagross would obliterate Sylveon. Potentially.
Potentially, yeah. But that's why you play the games. You know, you
Hunger
never know.
switch.
You never know what's gonna happen. You know, sometimes it just works out that way. Yeah. Boy, it's lowering that attack quite a bit there. So Morpeko might want to hit on the special side. Freeze Dry, no freeze. Okay, Aqua Tail, that's damage. Okay.
It is a bunch of damage.
It is a bunch of damage. I'll say Morpeko does have the advantage of speed, and now it has more speed with Dragon Dance.
Sure.
So Defense Curl, though, that negates the Dragon Dance, basically.
Bold strats here.
Uh-huh. You see the strategies at play, though. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
aromatic
yeah.
mist.
You
Hyper voice.
see the strategies at play. You know, sometimes it works out that way, and sometimes it doesn't.
Oh, here it goes. Morpeko with the Syrup Bomb.
The Syrup Bomb's got
There
lower
it is.
speed constantly over the next 3 turns.
Oh, Thunderclap failed.
Thunderclap's got to be, gotta have priority brackets. So yeah, so Quick Claw raised its priority brackets. That's why it failed. Lumino Crash doesn't do anything on the Dark type. Thrash, ooh, that's not the worst thing. It's gonna be locked into Thrash for 3 turns.
I mean, it's guaranteed hits at least.
I mean, it's guaranteed damage, which is more than what Sylveon has going for it. That's Thrash.
True.
So then let's see how this
Confused.
ends. It ends with a Bolt Strike, as of course it does. Okay.
Sylveon again.
Yep.
Moving forward.
Moving on. Not saying it had an easy time getting here, but it sure is here in our round of 16.
In our Koala Dome
It
of
sure
Pokemon.
is. Diancie versus Umbreon.
I'll be Nancy.
This would be an interesting matchup here with us with Umbreon here. No, I think I think Diancie should win.
Oh my God! Did you not get me any coins?
I think they fell. They're down by your feet there.
You monster!
You have to actually go get them now. Yeah. I mean, I made the effort to go get them for you, so you didn't have to go into my kitchen. But then you just went to the kitchen anyway and filled you up your thing.
I had to clean it out.
That's fair.
Otherwise, it'll get disgusting inside.
Yeah, that's true. I gotta take out all my trash and stuff before I hop on the plane.
Oh, fucking trash.
So yeah, well, I gotta drop Chloe off for a little bit because she's gonna go play at my boss's house. Because
Living not on a first floor makes trash just like the forever struggle.
I mean, it kind of does in a lot of ways. I mean, I usually am pretty good about taking it out for the most part, but I just haven't been able to lift anything for a while here. Minimize is huge. Because like, I was not supposed to lift anything larger than a gallon of milk for the last little bit here. And I told my vet, you know, I got to bring Chloe down the stairs because Chloe doesn't go downstairs. It's like, okay, that's fine, but you want to limit doing that if you can. It's like, okay. This is going to be an interesting match here because because neither one of them, they're both really defensive Mons. So, and obviously Clear Body is huge because it stops a lot of stuff that Umbreon's trying to do here. Because Clear Body means your stats can't be lowered.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, Psycho Boost, not going to do anything against the Dark type. Metronome, Torch Song. The Minimize is huge.
Yeah, lots of misses.
Yeah.
Lots of misses.
The minimize is huge. Dynamic punch, that was always going to miss
another
regardless.
miss.
Pin missile, I think this is
good one
over.
against Umbreon.
Umbreon made it into my top 6. I don't think it's making it into your top 6.
Doesn't look like it. The odds aren't there right now.
It's going to be a hard one. Eerie Spell, that, whatever, that does a thing. Endeavor, not going to matter in this context. All right, what we got here? Spark. Okay,
Yeah,
that
that's a
actually
critical
hit.
You know, that's getting it in, getting it. Oh, good.
Yep, Mega Kick. That's not doing it. That's not doing it.
Not what we. Well,
Yep,
looks like DNC.
it is. It appears to be over. Yep, Axe Kick, and that is over.
Ooh. All of those legs that DNC has, just kicking and kicking and kicking.
Yeah, it somehow found a pair of legs to just kick Umbreon over and over again in the
sometimes
fucking
you find
face.
some legs on the ground and you just fucking start kicking people.
Tyranitar versus Starmie. Boy, if this isn't the OU matchup for the last 15 years of combat.
I'll be Starmie.
All right, I'll do Tyranitar then.